people. Ah, after another late night goofing around on this game on Stellar Sapphire, once again today we are going to try a new class. As voted by yesterday, we are going to be Katana today. Now, they did on the website listed as Katana, and then literally all of the weapons are still called Tachis in game, so now I feel a little bit silly. Anyway, unfortunately, I did spend all of my G once again on fusing Eidolon keys after we closed out. So we're going to be starting just trying out the lower level dungeons because I have no way to fortify a nice little Tachi or a Katana for us to actually fight up, I think. The other thing I did was I fortified a bit of my, I made these two proper armor pieces for the Revelation set. So we're starting to get our full gear set going, but... Oh hey, Resonant! Anyway, it's time to change weapon then. I did buy this, the level 50 gold weapon here just because I figured that was easier than using a green one. Ta-da! Also, I bought some black dye because I looked at the costume with the black on the main body part and added in the, and left the khaki on just like the accents and like, that's peak. I love it. Alright, Envoy path. Okay, so as usual, when I'm starting a new class, I'm going to look at the fancy notes. When Soul Blade is active, Katana weapon increases by 15%. Every time you crit, you have a chance to increase your crit cap. That's not going to help because we're not going to be hitting crit cap anytime soon. Increases brilliant dragon flash damage. Venusu, hello! When attacking targets with HP below 80%... Okay, a defense debuff doesn't sound bad, but I'm not liking these nodes at all. Okay, so we're definitely going to want this one. I think this one is good. Like, we're probably going to want that one. And I don't mind this, but it's not great. This one we don't need, because we're not going to need any crit damage cap. And this one... I wonder what Pioneer effect is. Yeah, we're gonna... No, we don't really need that one. Flying Swallow is still a storm skill, although I've got a fire weapon, so maybe I take the Dark Spear Raid Mastery because it's not actually dark, it's fire. Venus, me too, I am in the exact same boat. Alright, this is what we're gonna do. Oh shoot, no, but I wanted the Souls one too. Shoot. And I can't even afford to reset! Oh well. Oh well. We'll reset it a little bit later after we've done some dungeons. Alright, let's get a vibe on weapon mastery here. Oh, that's interesting. See, on the other server, when you start out, you'd have 1 point from each side because you're at 1 point. But here it says I've got 0. Is that a visual glitch? No, it actually literally doesn't have any. Interesting. Alright, masteries. I know I don't have a storm weapon, but I'm just really partial to the storm Tachi. So if this still has the nice AoE on the path, I think it might still be my main one. And I've just been using Zeal because that's the one that I'm used to, but maybe we want something else. I don't feel like I use the Eidolon that much, so we'll go with that. I'm going to take Unyieldingness. Normally we would use Extreme Speed on the other server because move speed, but since heals are so hard to come by, I've been using that one. Divya! Your secret stones can be moved freely in and out of your weapons, so absolutely feel free to grab secret stones and add them. Sorry, I just got distracted by reading this. Enhance sword dance. I might need to have double checked my special skills because that's a lifesteal. But what is sword dance? Is that soul blade? Oh, secret stones like that. Okay, hold on a second. You mean these guys that I've been stowing away in here? Go ahead and grab a secret stone or two, like for your entire actually, honestly, grab a set of secret stones for your entire outfit, and then throw these on the skill that you use the most damage with. You're gonna be able to build these up pretty fast. I'm pretty, like, based on the number that I've been getting here, I believe you're probably not gonna be hurting to try and find more of them later. But yeah, go ahead and just throw them onto the stone for the skill that looks, or that you do the most damage with. So for example, on Wizard, probably if you're playing Fireways, you're going to put it on your meter gear. If I'm going to play Storm Tachi, I'm going to throw it on the stone for my my Storm skill. Basically, you just want to amp up your best skill as much as possible rather than trying to spread out. I, however, have been being lazy because I keep changing classes, so I haven't really bothered with secret stones for my armor since day one. I might grab one for the Tachi, because I actually don't think I got a secret stone for my, Yeah, I didn't need to do it at all. Oh well. Since we had maintenance last night, we should also check to see whether or not they, unlock the Harvey store again. And then I'll just start by running the low-level dungeons and figuring out the way the mastery and whatnot works. Or maybe I better run when it's got enough. Yes, I did Venus of VT, actually, but that's a really good point I should probably point out for anybody that has not. Because of the special maintenance yesterday, they did drop some extra LP in a code. And we'll just pin that in chat today. Use code today for 3KLP. Ta-da! Yes, I did use it. So my LP isn't looking too miserable again, but then yeah, I bought black dye to make my costume just perfect. Right, the store here. Based on the number of people crowding around it, I'm gonna say it is working again. Well, I have some concerns about how we're getting LP. I'm wondering what your main source has been, because my main source has actually been leveling up my, my main source has been leveling up my, my Dragon Point accumulation here. Then again, I did spend 9,000 on tier right away. It probably just feels like I didn't build up much because I just spent so much right off the bat. Anyway, I'm just gonna throw these all into my weapon arsenal here. Because I figure they're probably better than what I'm using. Oh no, this is technically better. You know what? We're just gonna max out the wizard sub-weapon. That way I can show you guys what I mean by max or full starring it. And even with only 354 silver, I actually probably can buy enough of them. I should be counting these actually, but it's like... That's 30, and then I think it's 32. Alright, let's go. So this isn't like a meta weapon by any means, but it's like... Where do all these people get? Oh, it's probably one of the items you get for one of the cash bonuses. Alright, now I'm just gonna watch the percentage. So that's a 127%. We combine it to make a 1 star. I'm just gonna keep the one that's got the higher percent for each pairing. And if we're lucky, we'll have a 130% one in here somewhere. Do 119. Hello, Unlit. And Yoshi, yes, it is level 60 for Max. Also, hello. They're both 101%, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, another 130%. It's basically, each one of these weapons only costs 10 silver, so despite the fact that I did not even have 1 gold to my name, I was able to afford 32 of them. And by combining 32 of them, I should be able to get 8,000 bonus damage. Now they're all 1 star, so we're gonna combine them again to make 2 stars. And again, I'm just kind of matching them in the sets for whichever one has the higher percent on the damage stat. I don't think a lot of people have jumped over, because I think the things that people enjoy about the old game, the people that have been playing it for a long time, I think that they're not really incentivized to make the switch. But I think a lot of people that were planning or were thinking that they'd like to try it because they like the aesthetic and stuff, I think a lot of people that were like hesitant to start because of how old the game was and catching up. Grindark, I don't think it's comparable. I think a proper level 60 weapon is going to be massively better, and I have one, so I'll show you that after and we can take a look at the damage comparison. Or we can even just look in the encyclopedia. But this is cheap. This is cheap as heck. And as you might have noticed, my my gold is not looking so hot. $130, $127. 2 4-star weapons. Alright, now it's the battle of the 130s. Yes, they do. All the stats are slightly randomized, although there is a cap for each one. But if you look, I can't move my mouse over it, but you see how it has a attack bonus percentage? That's basically just the rating for how high your damage is compared to the base. And for orange tier weapons, it can go up to 130 max. So I just kind of, when I was combining them, I saved my 230 ones, and now I can compare the other stats. So this one's got 203 speed, this one's got 206, this one's got a little more evasion, this one's got like 20 less evasion, this one's got 301 crit, this one's got 309 crit. I feel like I want to prioritize the one that's got slightly more crit and speed, but honestly, I think those numbers are so minutely different at this level that it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, so if I take this new weapon that I've just crafted, this is a level 40 5-star wizard weapon, and we're going to come over here to the encyclopedia and head over to wizard, scroll down to staff of stars, 22,409 at base. Quick maths, for about 14k plus 8,000 is about 22. So this 5 stars is basically equivalent to this with, like just for the flat damage stat. It's basically equivalent to the worst possible percent you could get. So best of this is about equivalent to the worst possible you get for this. Plus, if you craft this, you're going to get 2 extra stats from your core, which is very, very nice. And I see that crit damage versus boss that I like quite a bit. So your level 60 weapon is going to take a bit more investment, but it's absolutely going to be much better. This one here requires the Sky Tower weapon, or sorry, the Sky Tower formula, which I don't think we have a way to access right now. Hold on a second. I need this money. This one, right? Yeah. Because it needs Sky Tower sigils and we don't have a way to get those. Yoshi, I don't think it's going to be as bad. They've actually streamlined the process a bit. Just let me hide the players here. So there's only one weapon core for all of the different weapons, so you can't accidentally craft the wrong core. Or at least right now they've only got one core for all the existing weapons, and I like that because again, for the previous version you'd have to craft a core specific to the type of weapon that you wanted. And you don't have like that other base material. They just put all of the base materials in one in one craft. So this is one core. You don't have to make multiple pieces to make into one core. Can you roll attack speed stats on the Eidolon still? I believe I saw that yesterday, did I don't remember. I looked through the whole list because somebody asked me if any of the new or the existing Eidolons had physical stars, and I didn't see any physical stars at base. Damage to bosses is new. Damage to players is new. Speed. Frost damage. Dodge. So for this one that says dodge and evasion, it's probably all just evasion. And it's just been translated poorly. Boss damage. Storm damage taken reduction. Critical damage. You know what? The way that their stats look, it doesn't look like they've got the same kind of stars we had before, but the equivalent stats, if we come over here to your traveler items, refinement, these are closer to what we used to have on Eidolon stars. So do we have attack speed in here? No, I don't see it here either. Maybe they don't have base attack speed. That's funny because that was meta in the old. At this stage in the game, in the old version, that attack speed was meta. So unless the speed increased by 10% is actually attack speed. Interesting. Oh yes, Daniel, you do well in order to get your Eidolon from 1-star to 2-star. I do have 1 2-star here. You're gonna come into evolution. And it's going to tell you the items that you need. For 2-star, it's just 2 more Eidolon keys. For 3-star, you're going to need beads. And then for 4-star, you're also going to need rings. Not beads and rings, sorry. Just a couple keys and then the ring. Because I guess 4-star is marrying your Eidolons or something. I did upgrade Eligos to 2-star just because I was goofing around. Hands down, hello! On the old server, yes, they did wipe the accounts with Area when they virtualized the servers, and then again for anyone that didn't transfer their account to X Legend, they wiped accounts in 2023. Sorry, the yellow star. Okay, so if you look here, I've got the active yellow star on tier. That's because I fed him a bunch of those Eidolon food crystal things that I have none of. Oh, sorry. Basically, if you're running dungeons where you get those kind of triangular shaped crystals, actually I can just come into the encyclopedia and show you what I'm talking about. Why am I trying to describe what items look like? Special reward. These guys, these crests, you're gonna feed these to the Eidolon to fill up these stat pools. And once the stat pools have been filled, summoning your Eidolon will grant you that buff while they are on the field, or at least it should. It actually doesn't show it listed here, but the icon changed to his face, so it should be working. Yeah, because if I change it to Alucard, you're going to see it doesn't have his face there, so it's not a fully fed up buff. Whereas for Tyr, it gets his face. Yay! hello! Great question. So the AKP store appears to be with the currency that you get when you buy AK points. GP, honestly, no clue. And neither of these are ever going to have a number here because I'm going to be free to play, so I don't know whether or not this is just based on a certain region, or maybe they're like going to be bonus points or something. No clue what's going on with these two, what the difference between these two currencies is. I mean, I guess I could click top up and see if you can specify that you want to buy one or the other. No, it just says AKP for everything, so news to me, I don't know. Oh, GP is like a bonus amount. Okay, that makes sense. LP store is the free-to-play player's shop, so you can farm LP in-game. Paragon table is the gambling table. Rainbow coins and rainbow gems have the same icon. I don't know if you can roll both of them on this table. It kind of looks like you can't. And then preview, obviously, is you can check out what costumes look like and dye them in different colors to see how you like them. Meteor Garden, we have this in the other one. Every once in a while, there'll be like a, it's a really dumb thing. Basically, there's a bunch of prizes listed, and every time you click a button, it fires a cannon and randomly picks one, and then it's removed from the pool. And you can continue to fire the cannon by using more and more tokens for it to get every single item. So there's like, you're guaranteed to get everything as long as you spend enough. I don't like it. I'm not doing it. And then Heroic Expedition, they've said that this is going to be coming in the future, so I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be, but probably a paid thing, so I'm not going to be doing it. When gearing for Endgame for floating cannon, do I pick speed or damage stat gear? See, the problem with the gear we have available right now is that if you want to go for speed gear, you kind of have to go for Titan. The other two don't have speed, right? Plinko. Unfortunately, Titan is the defensive gear. So what I would suggest is you're going to stick all your points in speed, and then you're going to go for offensive gear. You're not going to be able to cap your speed. Maybe with a little bit of food you might be able to. I can probably test that by the end of the week, and I have to goof around with here. But for your armor, you're not going to be able to get speed if you want to stick with the DPS armor. And who's next? Snuff People? I still don't know what the best class is, but so far the most comfortable one has been Stellar Sphere. What's going on? I haven't had a chance to play Wizard RG. Like, I've got them as my subclass, but let me give them a solid shot before I start giving a recommendation, because in the previous game I would definitely say that the Stellar Sphere was much more newbie friendly, but everybody's a newbie in this game, and I think what might be more important is that your party has every class available, because the more different classes you have, the more debuffs you can apply. As for playing solo, hard to say right now, because I haven't given Wizard a proper try. Party buffs are a thing. But they've been revised compared to the other game. Plinko? And also, I don't have enough G to buy any. I used all of my G up. I'm completely broke. But no, I'm not going to be swiping. Full speed on trophies. Actually, I saw somebody post in the Discord the trophies that they were using, and when they did that, I realized that I've just been using the ones that I got as drops, and one of these has an HP restoration effect, so I think I'm kind of obsessively gathering up items that have healing effects on them. As for your accessories, I think you can pick these, the top 3 here that can be crafted. You basically just head over to the NPCs in the top 3 maps and you can buy the recipes for these. You can probably choose to either get the 3 crit damage plus 8 ones, or the crit damage taken, 5% crit damage taken down. That doesn't actually seem very helpful. I think even Talamand might be the way to go for the speed stat, or you could do a mix of the 8% crit damage one pieces. Speed might be the best though. It might just be best to go for this the 3 separate ones that have speed, because these ones don't have a set bonus. It's just what you see on the can. Yeah, I don't think any of these high level ones have a set bonus at all. It's kind of odd. Plinko, I used all of my gold on fortification. I did not spend it on anything silly. I'm still kind of working out how to actually farm gold here. Ahmed, I think the main bonus of being able to play on alt characters right now would be just to get more dungeon entries, because my issue, as you can see, my gold is gone. And there's a finite number of dungeons you can run in a day. So these do not reset over the course of a day. You've got 2 solo entries and 2 party entries per day. That's it. So, actually, speaking of which, yesterday we found out that these enhancement dungeons were properly, or incorrectly, I suppose you should say, resetting every 3 hours. Wow, Plinko's being really mean today. These were just setting every 3 hours, but in their maintenance notes, they, what specifically did they say? Fixed an issue with abnormal instance reset time. So I'm taking that to mean that they didn't intend for us to have resetting dungeons. But I'm going to go ahead and just start with an Ozymandias Temple run here. That actually might be a bad mistake, considering I don't have any mastery. But you know what? If absolutely necessary, I'll just switch class. Oh, I left the coffee on my head, didn't I? Yes, I did. And yes, if this is the first time catching this, in the alternate versions of the dungeons, there are no mobs, so you can't gain any gold by just taking out the mobs. There you are, here. Yeah, that checks out. Oh shoot, I forgot I had my buttons different from the other server. Alright, so the Storm skill does still have a pretty good AoE here. But I guess I'm in a fire set, so I probably should focus on that. Alright. Soul Blade, that's my activation. I saw an old video of yours about Eidolons, and the buffs for upgrade stars is very different. We don't have it anymore. Yes, so they changed the buffs on the Eidolon stars significantly for this game. They've made them very, very different compared to the previous one, but Eidolon Infusion doesn't actually exist in the other one. So the star buffs here are different from the infusion effect. So as you can see for my tier, he's got 4% skill damage coefficient on infusion, and on his star for me, he's got upgrade my lightning skill damage. So what I'm curious about is that I actually don't see that listed on here, which is where it would have been in the other version of the game. So this better not be across your account. Actually, I guess I could test it, couldn't I? Offensive. Lightning attribute skill damage, 4%, and then we're going to despawn tier. Okay, yeah, it's there, it's just not properly listed. We're good, we're good. And hello, Rain! Oh, that reminds me, I've literally not infused any of my skills. Oh, and I didn't put this on. I was curious as to what this sword dance thing is. Eidolon infusion. Alright, I think we're probably gonna keep Grim, because he's got that fancy buff thing on there. This is my favorite skill, so we're gonna go ahead and throw Tier on here, because he's got that 4%. This is a fire skill, so technically I'm using a fire Eidolon, or fire weapon, so I should probably put something good on here. 2% damage boost? That sounds like not... 3% speed, 5% damage. What the heck, we'll go with that. Now, the interesting thing about weapon gems is that I can see that they're in the drop tables for the enemies, but I haven't gotten any. I've literally not gotten one. So I'm taking it that they're extremely rare. Okay, we're skipping Chiyu because she's Yeah, I think it's not going to be on this boss, but once we're outside, I'll show you the drop, or how you can check the drop table so you can see where things are. Yeah, 4-star Eidolons look like they're going to be pretty pricey. So in our old version, you needed 1 key for 1-star, 1 key for 2-star, and 1 key for 3-star. And then for 4-star, you didn't need any more keys. You just got them to level 80, maxed out all their stats, and then you throw a ring at them and they were happy. Whoop, 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 I'm on the wrong keys. Why can't I jump? Oh, I was on the wrong keys again. Okay, I'll put that there. Wait, where's my other gap closer? Am I missing one? That one. I could just let Tear solo him. 2 beads, 4 king keys, and 2 beads? Oh, jeez. 2 beads, wow. One second here. 7, okay, so after I leveled up once, then it gave me the 2 points for the original one. Okay, I'm gonna go full speed again because I miss my speed. What's the best thing to buy with LP? I am not sure what the best thing to buy with LP is right now. I know that people have been saying that they're getting by in the Advanced Gaia Legacy equipment box, but I think those are the same people that are complaining that they don't have enough DPS. So I don't know about that, because it doesn't have any attack bonuses on it. I know that some people have recommended that, though. Just, I'm not 100% certain. Might be worth picking up an Eidolon if you have one that you really, really want and aren't being like, if you're concerned about DPS, don't just buy one that you think is cool. Don't just buy one you think is cool, because I did that and I'm sticking with my choices, but I'm here having fun, not being a min-maxer, right? Costumes for your aesthetic. Obviously, it's not contributing much to your DPS if the best you're going to get is just a 2% to all stats, but... Tyr actually looks like a really good lightning Eidolon. That was probably not a great time to be trying to show off any jump casting either, though, so hold on a second here. Unlit, if you want it, I'd like to give you a little bit of a better explanation of what I'm trying to do with jump casting. I'm actually doing a pretty bad job of it. For the most part, you're gonna find that the, what do you call it? Ugh. The most valuable thing about jump casting is that if you have skills that force you to stand still, you can jump and keep moving while using them. But, let's come over to something like an Eidolon instance, because I still have, not got them. They kind of have something we could use as a training dummy. I'll show you that after this. That might have been somewhere smarter to go. But it'll take more walking. Basically, you have 2 ways that you can use jump casting. You jump after, or jump and then use a skill. Oh, my Eidolon finished him off in 1 hit. I should have expected that. You can. I'll go to the training dummy. Yeah, after they get you all used to the teleporting around, they make you start walking again. Alright, we're gonna walk. Candy Marsh. And I actually made a video about it, but I have had people say that they can't quite make out what I'm trying to show with my gunslinger in the other version of the game, so maybe if I turn up the sound effects, you might be able to hear a little bit better. I also don't like that gliding doesn't give you any extra verticality, but I've complained about that enough. Alright, do they let you attack the Corpser Totem. Bed Rec Room. Yes, there is a difference, and the main difference is that some of the store things don't work in the Steam launcher because they're trying to get around some giving Steam money. Hello, Psyche. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of cut the music down a bit and tell Tyr to stop attacking, and then I'm gonna turn up the sound effects for a second. Alright, so if you look carefully, when I use this skill, it plays out that full animation, and then I start auto-attacking again. Stop attacking. If I use the skill right before I land, the glowing animation still plays out, but I immediately start auto-attacking. Yeah, it's true that Steam does also add some additional taxes, but I believe the Xsola, some people were saying that the Xsola payment portal online also does, so that may not necessarily prevent you from paying extra taxes, but I mean, the other thing is that if you play on Steam, you have to look at the number of hours that you've played, and some people don't want to see that. Anyway, so I hope you can make out what I'm trying to show here, is that if you jump, or if you just use the skill, it plays the full animation, then you go back to attacking. If you jump and use the skill just before you land... I can't see the reset because I hit it, but... You'll go back to attacking faster. Wow, how long is that cooldown? I don't know why, it just seems like when I can't see it, I don't do a very good job. So, Tachi actually has a lot of skills that don't root you. But other classes do root you quite a bit on some of their skills. Like, for example, why do I not even have my weapon in here anymore? See how she basically just stops dead? Oh, it's gonna have a long cooldown. For a second while using these, if you'll give it a moment for this one to reset, you can jump while casting them, and then you're not rooted at all. Well, this one's a gap closer, so it's not quite the same. So that'll help you get your skills off while at the same time being able to keep moving. Yeah, Wizard has a lot of skills, and I don't know how much that is about just they decided to make the animation with 2 feet flat on the ground, whereas a lot of Tachis you kind of jump into the air and so it lets you keep moving. Yes, Plinko, it is actually. Someone sent this to me yesterday as a present for hitting 2,000 subscribers. And then, of course, I dyed it khaki and black. Alright, let's head back to town. Eidolons for PvE. So I think it depends a lot on your element, because one of the main ways that you're going to be able to increase your damage is by building up elemental damage. In the long term, that's going to help. So what are Yumikaze's stars? I don't have all the Eidolons memorized for this version yet, so you're going to have to bear with me while I check stuff out. Where is she? Isn't she a Goldback key? Shibayuki, Kaise, Zeta, Alucard, Kusanagi, Uriel, Daochan, Cecila, Hansel and Gretel, Astria, Amaterasu, Yumikaze. Oh, she's got speed stars. She doesn't look bad. The one thing I would watch out for is you got to be careful about these Eidolon skills that have stuns, because if you have a stun in your kit that you'd rather use like systematically to help prevent the boss from using certain skills, you're going to want to turn that off. And just if you're not familiar, when these skills for your Eidolon's bar or have the glowing circle around them, that means they're active, and they will use those skills. And you can click on them just to turn them off. So now in combat, he'll fight, but he won't use this defense down skill, which obviously I want him to use. Man, my Tyr is so nice. He's got a skill that makes it so that they'll damage me less. He's got a defensive debuff, and then he's got a damage buff. He's not perfect, but I think he's pretty good. Hello, Psyche. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do many... Gosh. Didn't I say the other day that the only way you could get banned in my chat is tier slander? I don't have a lot of guides for Our Kingdom Impact because it only just came out and I'm still trying to get my bearings of like everything that has changed. So I'm bringing with me information of 10 years of how the meta developed in regular Aura Kingdom, but that doesn't mean that I can immediately apply it to this game without a little bit of hands-on, right? Well, Vargy, I think that Serena, she's got the healing skill, right? A lot of people have just been using their Eidolons as like a pocket healer, and I think that is actually quite helpful. So something like Serena and Kotonoha for heals, Merrily's got a little heal over time. It's not bad once you level her up a bit. And then you can bring Alucard for like a dark damage, but for floating cannon, honestly, you might want to work on Landman Cat. He's got this 20% crit damage versus boss monsters. Like, that's nothing to sneeze at. And yes, Daniel, right? The way that we developed the meta in the previous game was that you always wanted to have cap speed, and I haven't had a chance to test this yet. I would like to, but even things like damage ticks on dots, I don't know if this class has any, does it? Yes, it does. So it says deals 1,287 damage per second and 1% damage stacks up to 2 times. In the previous game, the amount of times it would tick was not per second, it depended on your speed. So having higher speed actually meant more healing ticks and more damage ticks. I have not tested that here, so I don't know if that's the same. I would not be able to test that in a stream, I think. I think I'd have to grab the footage and compare it side by side with the frames, right? Yeah, it's interesting they decided to make Landline Cat good, but I guess when you're trying to do a collaboration with another media property, you don't want to make it so bad that nobody ever uses them. Cough, cough, Genshin, Aloy. Ah, you're playing Ice, and in that case, which Eidolon actually had Ice going on here? Oh no, Sigrun got changed to physical, right? Yeah. I don't think they have any really good base ones for Ice. You would probably have to start looking at the preview here. Faust? No, he's just HP. Sigrun's not. Nazridan's defensive. Cleopatra? Is she even available? You don't talk about Genshin. Ayako. Is Ayako actually available right now? I guess she was in the LP store, right? Yeah, she's in the LP store. Costs the same as a costs the same as the other ones. You know, I do think Landland Cat might not be acquirable because they've already given us the restriction of July 1st, or the end of July, for the items here. That being said, it's not like I mean, it's going to be expensive, but you can still technically link your way to Eidolons. It's just that compared to the old game, it's going to be really expensive. Oh, well, I'm glad you like my voice. Sometimes I listen to it myself and I get a little bit irritated. It's been a lot getting over that when I've been editing videos, actually. No, you don't need an Eidolon link token. I don't have enough gold for it right now, but you just hit link and it goes, and you instantly get your item. If you have Eidolon link ticket, each ticket covers 1 link is what's cut off here. So you can use a link ticket in exchange for 2G, but you can just hit link and you'll get it, but not me, because I've got 44 silver, which means we should probably run some dungeons that actually drop gold. Since we were able to beat the Ozyman Temple before, we'll be fine, I think. Now, I'm kind of hoping that they'd give us a couple more land keys for free. I'm hoping. Yeah, I don't think it's worth using that many LP to start up Land. Oh, is Uriel the same? Hold on a second here, we gotta check that. Ah, there's red spots. Preview, Eidolon, Uriel. He's got the fire skill damage buffs. Actually, Uriel might be slightly better. Because right now, damage cap isn't really going to be that helpful for most people, because most people aren't going to be worried about it. So if Landland's buff is actually damage cap, that is going to be different. Like, that's a whole different ball game in terms of like super late end game. But crit and crit damage versus bosses alone, that's nice. I like that. I still haven't had a chance. Oh my gosh, Nanashi, hello and thank you. Watu, unfortunately, you're thinking of the wrong server. This skill has nothing in it that says that you can use it. Oh, sorry, it actually does. They've accidentally they've accidentally kept that thing that says that it can be used consecutively at the very bottom. I missed that. I was reading in the middle section. Yeah, that's not applying properly. So whether that's a mistake because they accidentally took the just the text verbatim from the other version and didn't apply it, or literally it's supposed to work and it's just not. I think if you watched my video where I was showing off the classes on the OG server, I had this absolutely beautiful triple chain of the Dark Raid Spear, and it was like, wow. Sora J, have you done your dimensional halls? Don't forget to do your dimensional halls. I was able to get to level 60 pretty easily. Although, Nanashi, it's funny you say that, because actually this morning I went for a walk to a cafe because I wanted to celebrate the 2,000 subs. And what did I do? But I had got, like, I picked up the, what was it? It was a book that I picked up, actually. The 12 Kingdoms by Fuyumi Ono. They just did a new translation of it, so this morning I went to a cafe with 2 copies of the same book and sat there reading 2 books at the same time of the same story translated by different people, and I just had a ball making notes about everything that I found that was different. And it's really interesting to see the same book translated in 2004 and in 2025. Wow, that's more than 20 years. Yeah, the emergency quests are the ones at the Mirabelle board. I've been doing those every day as well because I'm kinda sorta trying to level up my guild. I could level it up today, actually. But yeah, the 5-man dungeons are quite challenging. Now, do I have enough gold to show what linking is? Because somebody did ask, and it's gonna suck to use a little bit of gold on this, so don't start doing this unless you've got guild or gold to burn. But I am gonna link tier. It costs 2G. You see it says here, link one time, costs 2G. Hit OK. And immediately you get an item. There's no timer, there's no chit chat, there's no fuss, no muss. Just spend the G, get the goods. Can I join the guild? Smile. Now, unfortunately, I was thinking I was gonna do a solo guild just so I don't have to worry about people being in chat and saying things that they don't want being on stream, or like just being caught up inside the footage. So for the time being, I am planning on having a solo guild. I don't know it was actually all that relaxing because I was busy getting very frustrated by some of the choices of the new translator, actually. Yeah, oh, that's my 6 button. I don't think that's supposed to be ranged, is it? I thought that was a gap closer. Right, so. In the old version of the book, I don't know if... Has anyone here heard of 12 Kingdoms? The 12 Kingdoms? It's a really, really old isekai book, and I probably shouldn't have said really too many times there. It was originally written in 1992 in Japanese. Sorry, I just saw the question about the inventory slot, and yes, the LP store, but they're very expensive, so I'm not 100% certain how free-to-play friendly it is. Anyway, the book was originally written in Oh my gosh, I got one! It's the one with speed, yes! Distracted again. Geekend, I'm not 100% certain. I think I'm having a lot of fun with it right now, but I'm worried about what the end game is going to look like. Anyway, I want to get back to talking a little bit about the book, just because I just want to share this bit. So, the 12 Kingdoms is a book about a girl that gets isekai. But again, this was written in 1992, and it's written by a horror author. So, right off the bat, you're introduced to Yoko, who's got red hair in Japan. And if you're familiar with Japan, especially like, think in the 90s, red hair stands out. People think it's dyed, but hers is not. So one of the things in the original book is that they're very clear about the fact that she had her hair braided because she's trying to hide the ends of it that get really pale. In the original translation from 2004, they're like, oh, so she forgot to braid her hair, blah, blah, blah. So her mother was really frustrated looking at her with her with the ends of her hair being like all white because it's fading in the sunlight. Whereas in the English version, they explicitly avoid talking about the fact that she wears her hair in a braid to try to kind of hide it a bit. And oh my gosh, so I was just getting frustrated about the fact of that, and then I closed the book and I look at the cover, and it's really obvious that they're trying to set up a dichotomy between when she was all like tidy and neat, and then when she goes into another world and like absolutely falls apart because her life just falls apart over there. And it's like, you can see that her hair is wavy because it was taken out of a braid. So like the symbolism of the braid being removed. Sorry, I've just completely got distracted. I was frustrated because they just cut the whole thing about the braid. They literally don't, not even that they don't mention it, but they actually change it. Specifically, their hair is not tied up, when specifically it was supposed to be tied up, and I'm very upset about that, but anyway. You call that a relaxing trip to a cafe? I'm also debating maybe writing like a small essay or making a video essay about the differences in the translation, just because, as you can tell, I have a lot of thoughts about translation. Back to the game. My Tachi build is not good right now. I have literally just swapped over to Tachi for today, and my armor is not yet set up. Right now, I think that if all classes are going to be played as DPS, we don't really need to have a different setup for these points. But either way, it's relatively inexpensive to do so. Ahem. Sorry, I kind of just went on a bit of a rant there. But for the time being, I think the best way to build basically any class is going to be getting your speed up. So especially if you've got any DPS ticks, those DPS ticks are going to retain their, or get their fastest damage. Though I should probably test to make sure that is still the case, that you have to have high speed in order to get all your ticks in. Then defense, obviously. In the previous version of the game, evasion was basically a lost cause because, like, those carpets that you see on the ground, the red carpets, evasion, those getting hit by those is not affected by evasion. You have to get out of the way. Now, I think the exception was the when you have overcapped evasion, but I don't even think that we can overcap evasion in this version, can we? Like, I don't think there's enough sources of stats to do that. Hey, wait, is that the top set I wanted? It totally is. Oh, I forgot that I way up that and way down that, so you guys didn't even get the background music while I went on a rant there. I am so sorry. I just have really strong opinions about translation. Psyche, I I think that might just be my bias from the previous version of the game, because in the previous version of the game, it was kind of one-shotty, right? So you needed to be able to survive the one-shots. They've definitely reduced the amount of damage that enemies do to you, so it might be better to have a better split here. So this might be my bias. That's why I'm saying that I'm not 100% certain that I'm barking up the right tree. But this is how the meta kind of developed in the previous version, was that we want to stack our defense before we start worrying about HP. And we always just ignored evasion, so unless they've changed how evasion works, I don't think this is going to be very helpful. Especially since we can't cap it for that total dodge. Anyway, I do still need to get my hands on some more gold, so we're going to do that again. And good evening, Ratnam. That was not the right dungeon. Oh no, it's okay. It's perfectly okay. It's just that unfortunately, because I'm so green to this as well, I don't have all the answers you guys are looking for. So I'm hoping that by at least explaining my thought process, you're not gonna jump in on a mistake. Which gear combo am I going to use? Well, I'm gonna use Devourer top. I've got Titan as my armor right now, just because I got one as a drop in a dungeon and I don't have the formula to craft it. And then on the bottom, I'm going to be using Revelation, and again, I just don't have the right waist armor just yet. Oh, that guy's attacking. So, Devourer top, Revelation bottom. I'm not 100% on trophies, and then I'm going to be using a hodgepodge of the golden 55 accessories. Actually, this says it's level 59, not 55. They must have upped that in the maintenance, because I swear when I saw it the other day. Wonder what the reason Gren and Rav class are not available for? Probably just because they wanted to pick a nice wide range of styles of play, and Ravager's not too far off of Tachi if you think about like the moving around the battlefield and whatnot. Zekun, yes, level 60 is capped, so I am already capped. Ah, man, it may not be everybody's favorite, but I sure do like that storm skill. Anyway, that's where I should be throwing out this. Oh, really? There's a setting that makes it so you don't need to hit Alt to see set or photo bonuses. You know what? I did not know that. I guess I didn't look close enough in the settings. Is it in here? No, I don't want those. Hey, look at that! Oh shoot, and then it changed the size of my UI. Did it also crash the game? Yes. Dodo! You killed my game! That's okay, we'll just add another coffee while it reloads. It looks like it might have to do a full scan. One more coffee on the table. That's what we expect of Aura Kingdom. It's not the best optimized game. Oh shoot, did oh, there we go. I was gonna say, did my OBS not pick it up again? I have to use a slightly different setting than normal for this game, and I'm not sure why. Qatar? Qatar might have been quite a bit more broken in this game because of the healing skill. Now, ooh, I do not like that UI. I don't know why the default is 120%. Oh, that's giant. That looks pretty bad. The way they used to have it was they used to just line it all up vertically, but I can see why that takes up way too much space. I don't know why the default for me comes up as 120. You know what, we're gonna put the rest in HP, why not? So the reason why some people play this as Storm, even though it's got way more fire skills, and by that I mean twice as many fire skills as it does Storm, is because the Storm actually has this pretty decent sized AoE that literally missed all of them. So is that not working properly in this version? I mean, it went all the way over there, but it doesn't look like it actually hit anything. Hold on. Maybe I need to get to a higher level for it to... Okay, no, it unless that was Tyr. Okay, Tyr, you're gonna have to take a break for a second. We need to check this. Yeah, no, it is going all the way out there. So the reason why Storm is because it actually does have relatively good reach. Yeah, my mastery spacing is off. My guild spacing is off. I don't know. Wanderly Souza, the level cap is 60, not now 60. This version of the game is different from the other one. So the other game goes up to 140, this one only goes up to level 60. And that is the highest it's been, because the game just came out 3 days ago? 3 days ago. The detail page thing. I don't know. Is it just me? Everybody else's looks normal? Yeah, I don't like having a scroll bar here either. Hello, Arrow! It's significantly different. That's one of the reasons why when people keep asking what class is the best, I say I don't know because I haven't had a chance to give them all a shot. So one of the issues is that they've kind of, I want to say, nerfed a lot of the skills. Like the debuffs in the OG game are much bigger. Ooh, treasure chest. I haven't got one of those yet. Oh, and I was going to show you guys how to check for the item drops, and then literally didn't. I'm so good at the streaming thing. Alright, well you can't get any of those weapon stones in there, because I can see that there's nothing in there. But when I checked before, I did see them on the drop tables for the bosses. Yeah, not on the mobs. Can we charge this? Yes, we can. Still not a one-shot, though. Although my weapon isn't perfect. And put that there. I feel like I've got too many skills. I don't have enough fingers to reach them all. Reduces defense by 3%, tenacity by 1. So tenacity is useless right now. And this only stacks 5 times. Now, what I'm trying to figure out here is basically how all the classes feel, but also what the end game is, because I haven't finished my gear. So obviously I want to finish my gear up. But then after that, we don't have raids right now. So I need to figure out what it is that they want you to do after you've kind of got yourself set up, right? Like that's the question all games must ask. What is the end game? Alright, so up here when you've targeted a boss or any enemy, you've got two buttons. You can just click on them and scroll through all of their drops. But as you can see, right here at the very, very bottom of the list is Ascension Gem. Now, unless there's a secret button that I'm missing, I don't see the drop rate for any of these items, but I have not yet seen an Ascension Gem dropped. Yeah, farming Eidolons, and they've made it so that it's a lot easier to get Eidolons, which I appreciate, but then they made it so you need a lot more Eidolons, which means inventory space. Yeah, no Ascension Gems. If you check before entering, it shows %. I will check that, because I know where to find it on the list there. Meh. Wait, so was this a gap closer, or... Yeah, it's a gap closer if you can move. Guild instance. That's actually a good question. It might not be unlocked at all yet. He's standing right on top of those spinnies. Collect Eidolons. You know, I really enjoy hunting Eidolons, that's true. But, and I hate to put it this way, but I kind of liked the RNG of the chance to spawn at the end of a party dungeon before. Like, it was really exciting and satisfying when you got a rare spawn and then you pop a charm and then you get a drop. So I kind of miss that, but it's a lot nicer to just get key fragments every time. Anyway, we're gonna come down here to Equipment Instance, Ghost Sweep Cave. I don't see probabilities here either. Is there a key that I need to press? Oh. That's not the right one. Yeah, I don't see probabilities. Oh, one of my friends just greeted me, so I'm just gonna warn them that I'm live right now. What cosmetics too? Yeah, so... Is it intentional that none of these go in the archive? Like... Why? Because that would be a lot more fun than just grinding out LP. Yeah, another big button. We have more solo dungeons to run so that I can do something about this gear. Now, ideally... I'd get some of those, Oh, you can absolutely add me as a friend in game, but just keep in mind that if you're DMing me, especially while I'm live, I try to keep it a little bit behind my my avatar here, but you know, I'm not gonna like fully completely block the chat because I'm bad at this streaming thing. And besides, you need to have friends in game because when you greet them... Maybe I should just set my greeting to, by the way, I'm live. But when you greet them, you get 1 LP. Which is a feature... Well, I mean, obviously, you'll get more if you level up your friendship. But yeah, you get 10 greetings a day. And by clicking the greet button, you will get... I mean, the system window here just says 1, but that was me gaining 1 LP. Oh, look at that. And immediately people add me. Oh boy, more. That's even worse than the captchas. Actually, you know, I saw someone... Oh boy, there's a lot of people. I saw someone say that they got captcha in the middle of fighting a boss, but that's actually never happened to me. I found that the captchas happened mostly when I was running quests. Oh, jeez, there's more. Like, if I greet one more person, I'll run out of greets. So, close my eyes. I didn't even see who I clicked. Yeah, but like, they seem to only trigger while you're doing something. So I left my character fishing when I went to make dinner. And I came back like, oh my gosh, no, what if I now have to leave it sitting for an hour for the debuff to go away? But it actually didn't trigger any captchas for the entire hour when I was gone making dinner. So just my experience has been that you have to be like actively doing something, not just AFKing. But don't quote me on that. I might test that on Dusk and see what happens, my other character. Just to be 100% positive. Whoa, did you see how fast those little bars went on that? That is a long AoE range. Uh-oh. I should be focusing a little more. I already got that one. Oh, got 60 bucks here. Boots of the Devourer. No, don't need those. And capture pops up when you're in combat, pressing all your buttons at once. Honestly, I've never had that happen. Interesting. Alright, Captcha, it is your time to shine. Come and show us what you got. Actually, I kind of wish that it did, because is it a regular experience one, or is it a, does it have any mastery experience? Because I could go for some mastery experience. Man, this does kind of suck. I wish my spacing here was normal. This skill looks like it should be a storm skill. Let's like shift for 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're gonna try the other path. That was not a skill I should have used. Good night, Pat. Chica. I'm getting some achievements here. Oh yeah, somebody just sent me a flower. Who was it? Who sent the flower? They ran away. Oh yeah, this is from Honkai Star Rail. I haven't actually played... I started playing Honkai Star Rail again just for this patch because I thought that the guy on the banner looked really cool, but I don't think I'm gonna play it seriously anymore. In order to get... Oh, hey, look, it's Rain. Hello, Rain. In order to get more flowers, I can show you how to do that. You'll be able to get one a day, and you can only send one a day. So if you've gotten rid of your candy or already used it, the item that it gives you to start for Guardian Knight. Yeah, unfortunately I don't know what's going on in the story because the last time I played was a Veteran's boss. I haven't even finished whatever that area is that I forget the name of. But yeah, I got Aventurine, and then I'm like, okay, I like Aventurine the most, so I beat the game now, and I'm done. Romeo here, is it? No, not Romeo. It is O'Leary. So, penny for your thoughts, O'Leary. Every day she'll give you this quest where you can get a flower. And you'll be... Oh, don't use a teleport. Turn that off. Yeah, Penacony, sorry. Okay, so like... Only 2 people to deliver the flowers, eh? And I'm lagging even after I turn people off. If it crashes again, that's gonna be funny. Yeah, that's Navia for you. The Navia experience. So you'll be able to send one of these to any single person per day, and you can only get one per day. They give you 20 points, so you'll need to get to 60 points, which is, if you're both sending flowers, 2 days. I don't know. Yeah. Randomly send somebody. I didn't look at who I was sending that to. Oh, interesting. It says can only give a gift once a day, and I haven't sent one, but somebody sent me one. Oh, more people sent me one, so it seems like there might be some kind of restriction on giving and receiving. Interesting. So, if you have leftover flowers, you can come over here to the Guardian shop. You can sell them for 10 Guardian tokens. I can't buy anything, can I? No, I can't. Not without, Actually, that's interesting, because it says that I can buy this. I guess by default you're level 1? Interesting. Someone with the Poseidon outfit. Poseidon is so pretty. But watch out for those bare feet, guys. It's dangerous walking around in bare feet. There's just so many people. Oh, that's you! Even the bare feet, huh? Oh yeah, this game's got Guardian Knight. Luxie, hello! Oh shoot, Lassie, I meant to ask you yesterday if you'd mind if I post the fan art that you drew on my community post, or community page and and my Twitter. Anyway, I'm getting out of Navia. I'm gonna go vibe in Vulture's Vale. Okay, I totally will after the stream. Oh, I'm just so happy. Guys, Lassie drew me some fan art, and it's like the first fan art I've gotten, and it's so perfect. Yay! Alright, we have to run more dungeons though, because I am out of G. How am I supposed to give this class a fair shake without a bit more G to fortify it up and stuff? Eidolons. Alright, so I'm kind of working on my Eidolon resonance here. There we go. So I need to get your Eidolon level. It seems like you get more points for orange quality ones. I was kind of vaguely looking at it, but I did notice that some of them. Tachi doesn't deserve a fair try. Every class deserves a fair try. Anyway, we need to level up Eligos next. Oh, the green horse gave 4 points? Maybe I should throw it in there for a second to grab some points, eh? 18. 22. So it does. Does it tell you how many points every item gives you? No. Okay, well I don't need these, and I don't think they're worth selling to other players. I was trying to put that on the bar so I can use it. I suppose I could throw that over top of a 10% chance of calling Melodnax Fury, which causes the damage of the next attack, or increases the damage of the next attack by 45% if it's a boss monster. It lasts until... Okay, that sounds better than my, my Toto's Cursed Fang. Yeah, they definitely used a new translation for that one. Right, and then I also remember reading someone in the Discord confirmed that opening up your boxes get you to a slightly better conversion rate, so we're gonna throw a couple items into my debacle of a warehouse. Well, I think I'm full on space for those. Gosh. Grim. Yeah, Manchester. Does it make a difference for points if you throw or okay, so him. So by putting it into the point collection, you bind it. By putting it in the general collection, you actually don't bind it. So if you want to sell it later, you can use the general collection button and it won't bind, but then you don't get the points for it being in your archive. It just adds it as a place to like not take up a bunch of inventory space. That's all the general collection is. Points collection is where you get points, which then turns into a small amount of flat stats. Yeah, even at the top, it's not like a ridiculous amount of stats. Alright, let's open these up. I'm gonna save the level 60 ones. Yeah, I kind of wish they did too, but like I said, they've even got the ones in the Dragon Point exchange that aren't archivable, which is a choice. Can you buy a floating cannon off me? I don't think you want this level 55 one. I assume you want the level 60. Right? Ice Blazing Light. Is that the level 60 one? Yeah, level 60. Hold on, let's open it then. Holy Light only. Oh, and easy solution for that. You're going to open up your gear tab, switch to your second gear tab, add Beavis, and then switch back to your first gear tab. Easy, done. Just don't forget he's there later in the game. Because you're going to need him. The item mall page for the collections? You mean the archive? It's just the first tab, right? We've got the gear over here, and then we've got just all the costumes that are currently in game listed here. You can preview stuff in here too. They just released this costume on the main server, and I wanted it so bad. It's so cool. I love it. I should use my LP on that and then stick it on Dusk. I'm making great choices. Do as I say, not as I do. 55 armor boxes. We'll open those up too. You know what? I was actually just thinking about the fact that I should be running Gaia Chronicle while I fight in the dungeons. What else do we have up here? I'm gonna keep these because I know that I'm gonna need some of them for some stuff. Devourer? No, because we're using Revelation bottom set. That's fine. Back to the grind! Honestly, it's kind of nice to be able to just spend some time cleaning up my inventory. But I feel like I get distracted between dungeon runs a little bit too much. Speaking of getting distracted, though, literally at moments after I forgot or mentioned that I forgot about it. Oh shoot, I despawned Tyr because I was testing stuff and I forgot to bring him back. There, we'll let that go. So true, Martin. Although I really, really, really like this costume too. Like, I adore it. Alright, well, he eats the fairies. I'm gonna quickly run over here and take out a couple of the other ones. I wouldn't mind if they just kind of re-edited all of the costumes just to be the same for the little guys. Chibi Poseidon. I don't mind the fact that, like, the adult Eidolons get stuck with adult costumes. Oh boy, it just came through the wall at me. See, I mean, it's his dungeon. He can do whatever he wants, I suppose. Easy. Summer one from Paragon. Wait, did they change the Paragon? Wait, there's no costume on Paragon. Oh, if you mean the one in the other game's Paragon, there was that really, really nice rainbow Paragon bathing suit costume. Very elegant. I'm not big on bathing suit costumes. I like my outfits to be a little bit cooler than that. Hello Lucas. Unfortunately, no. I am not at the stage that I can do that, because rather than focusing in on getting one character or one class leveled up, I am presently working on trying all of the classes. Yeah, I've heard that the level 55 dungeons are quite hard. And yesterday people were saying in like the Discord and in the recruit messages that they would only accept people with a gear score of 130,000 or higher. And I was getting pretty close on Stellar Saphir, but I would need to like actually finish my gear set before I feel comfortable ruining somebody else's dungeons. Oh, Camster, don't say skill issue. So my understanding is that what they've done is they've set it so that basically you have to, what do you call it? You have to beat the bosses in 60 seconds. So if you're not doing enough damage as your team to beat the boss in 60 seconds, you are not going to be able to beat them because they have healing. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody that's actually done them, because I've been locked in on just figuring out my classes. Floating Cannon Verdict, TLDR, they added Berserker mode, I suppose. I liked it when I was playing it, but what I disliked was the length of the cooldown on the elemental skill. Does Serena have a healing reduction ability? Gosh, I have really not even looked at that much about the Eidolon skills here. I'm just like, I've got my tier, I'm happy. Worst guide maker ever. I don't know, I just used tier. Aw, my Eidolons lost. They weren't high enough level. I'll try one more time in the next run. Yeah, because if it's not that the boss is like using a skill to heal, then healing reduction wouldn't work, right? Let's see, what is Serena's guild description? Cannot be healed. Yeah, that probably would prevent stuff like lifesteal and dots, but if the boss just goes full HP after 60 seconds, yeah, I could see them just making that not work. Although I wonder if that would work on other players or something. Regen from Berserk mode doesn't count. Yeah, it makes sense. I literally haven't actually run them yet because, like I said, I don't want to drag down other people because I've been goofing around and not properly building myself up. Okay, I am properly building myself up. I'm just doing it very slowly, right? Like, I still need a proper waist armor and I still need a proper body armor. So I don't want to ruin somebody else's party by joining and not contributing enough. And then we all lose our runs, right? Like, that's not very nice. Plus, I don't really want to join too many parties on stream when they don't get the opportunity to say, no, I don't want to be on a stream, right? Like, that's not very fair. People aren't built. Well, I don't want to be the one bringing us down. I don't want to be around, not just to bring you down. I'm not a hero, but don't think I didn't care. Sorry, the Fort Minor came out. Kidnap people. Well, I mean, I've got a list of victims. No, I'd like to get my armor sorted out. It's for the content. Let me finish my solos. I'd like to see if I can create a level 60 orange Tachi first. Maybe even fortify it a bit. As you can see, my G is getting back up a bit. Revelation hands. Oh, when you have this on, I can't. Oh, the points collected is in blue text. All right. We're gonna stick that in there. Alright, after I finish these last two solos, I'm going to try to see if I've got what it takes to make a level 60 orange Tachi. And from there, maybe fortify it a bit, and then I'll ask if anybody wants to join in for a potential failure run. You can see how much damage I'm doing in solo mode, so obviously this is not going to cut it for party mode. Especially given that I insist on— oh! Armor SP. Oh. I would prefer to— shoot, I didn't mean to unequip it. I was going to say I'd prefer it if I could craft the Hood of the Devourer too, not just use a an uncore one, or a coreless one, because I want to see what the different cores are. Like, there's all sorts of different cores. I don't have enough keys for all the skills. Okay, so— oh, I got another 60 armor! 60 armor! Caroline's intent. I should check to make sure that these are all equal rate for drop. %crit damage chance to set. Alright, so my problem is I don't like Soulstorm because I find it odd to use. Oh, you need a Saint Hail Horn, huh? Oh yeah, sure. Who to send it to? I don't remember what character you said you were on in Navia. Was it Rem? Rem. I don't know what prices are like right now, though, so, I will charge you the cost of the COD. Oh, shoot! Did it— oh yeah, it just took 10 silver. I was gonna say, did it just take 10 gold for me to COD for 10 silver? Alright. Oh, that doesn't feel right with the mouse. I'm too used to playing as Storm. I keep forgetting to use my fire skills. Yay! Oh, shoot! Did I put 10 gold? I meant 10 silver! Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I have to return that. 9 gold and 980. I am so sorry about that. I did not mean to do 10 gold. That was a complete oversight on my part. No, that was highway robbery. I can't believe that you didn't call me out on that. I am so sorry. Jenny, 10 silver, she says while typing in 1,000 times that. Oh my god. Gotten 4K. Oh wow, I can't believe that you actually accepted that. That was completely unacceptable. My apology video is coming up next. Alright, this is the last solo round of the 50s. I'm gonna switch back to Storm because I like Storm better. You know, once Midday passed 2,000 subscribers, she changed. She changed so much. That's what I like to do. That feels better. Ignore Dark Spear Raid. We're gonna stick that on 5. So like what I was gonna say there is I can't actually reach 6 with my left hand because it's on a different keyboard. I use a split ortholinear keyboard. Alright, so now if I hit Q and then mash 5, I mean, it doesn't really mash. And they won't let you just hold it anymore. Honestly, they should just bring back holding this one. Was that fun? Was that fun just sitting there and mashing 5? I don't know. It doesn't feel as fancy as jumping around, that's for sure. Oh shit, I got another 61. Oh, it's the Devourer. Isn't that the one that I wanted? It is. I don't know if I want to fortify it, but that's at least a boss bonus. Bonus. Alright, we're gonna... Ah, wrong guy. Is this fun, guys? Am I having fun? Oh, wow, now we gotta dodge. I mean, it worked. That is nowhere near as fun, though. Okay, anytime the line starts with like a colon and then an O, it changes into the emote in the story text. I can see you're confused, mortal, but don't be ashamed. It's too fast. This world is filled with spirits both good. Look around. The fall of Wrathborn Temple explains it. I don't know what it explains. You are much more interesting than I expected. Perhaps it's the time to face your destiny. Do not be afraid. Death lasts only a moment. I guess that's enough there. Then we'll just stand back and hit you with the old 1-2. I don't know, guys. If it works, it's not dumb, but it feels kind of dumb. Revelation gauntlets. I don't need those. Alright, so we've got a full rev top and 2 of 3 for the bottom. Good morning, Ziri! I'm gonna sell off these Caroline's Will because I don't really need them. I'm gonna give those to my alt. 55. Oh, I should have opened them. If they remove Awk Key, I can give it a try. So it was 460 silver for selling those 4 boxes. Oh yeah, easily way more G for selling the items inside. I thought it was supposed to be the average. Oh, mastery. Nice. I don't think I'm going to use that mastery. Level 60 armor boxes I think I might keep, but we're going to open these and sell those. And then we're going to try... special weapon box are the one that we can't form or can't craft right now. I'll get rid of those. Indora might be only the Eidolon, Yep, wrong. Right, there's no hotkey for the new instance thing. I think there should be. Indora might actually only be the Eidolon gossip right now, right? Because if we come over to the Eidolon instances, even on the highest level, Tanith, Nalani, Nasruddin, Zahir, Yarndaro, Spellchandra, Maja, it might be that Endora is only in the gossip. Anyway, back to making a little bit more G, and then we have to head to Navia. Oh, actually, maybe we don't need to go to Navia for crafting. I need that. Revelation gauntlets were fine. Fine. And that one can go in my archive, actually. Hey, look at that. We hit 62. A little bit more stats. Cool. We're going to try crafting a level 60 Tachi. Try fortifying it up a bit. And then anybody who wants to try suffering in the level 55 dungeons, whisper me. If you're okay losing your runs though, because I don't think I'm quite in the right DPS category for it. Beholder's Tachi level 60. That's going to be the one we want. I'm going to say there's no gear requirement, but the requirement is that you expect that we will not be completing this dungeon. We need a refined vengeance core, which I can make one of. Another antelope core? I mean, I'm fine with that. That actually makes it easier to compare if I got the exact same core, but I'm getting the feeling that antelope cores are not rare. Oh, I mean, yeah, you gotta be level 55. But I'm not being picky about, like, you can't come with me unless you're fully geared, because I'm not fully geared, right? That wouldn't be fair. And I mean, I'm technically not. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is yesterday I saw people asking for 130k gear score. And the downside to that is that gear score doesn't really tell the whole picture. Right, what weapon was it that I needed? I need a Sinister Torment Tachi. So we're gonna come over here. Phone in. Sinister Torment. I mean, Violent isn't a bad choice, because I do have Violent skills. Right, so Rain, a gear score is basically just the sum of your fortifications and the level of your gear. So it doesn't tell the whole picture of what your stuff is, it just indicates a certain level of investment and upgrades, right? So if you really want to troll somebody, mess up your build, but have it fortified quite high. No, let's not be mean to people. Right, and now I've got 12G left to upgrade it. So let's go get my fortification scrolls. This is my, unfortunately this guy won't do starring, but this is my go-to for crafting stuff when Navi is being a mess, because I don't have a guild hall. It'll be a while before I get a guild hall. I guess just Cacticara is fine. I don't have very many advanced scrolls either, eh? Well, but I do have a couple of the... Alright, a single 10th order. Oh, hey, that's right. I remember. I took the gem that I got during the main quest off of my my second character, and I was like, hey, can I just throw them both into the same character? Wait, where were they? Weapon mastery, weapon gem. Yep. What the? Oh, it's your total weapon specialization level across all of your classes. So you want to level up every single weapon to be able to get all of these. Okay, okay, that makes sense, sort of. But these gems suck and they're super rare drops, so it's gonna be a while before I put anything nice there. Oh, that makes me want to go to the auction house and see if there's anybody selling any. Oh, shoot. No, that's my old one. I don't want to do that. I want to fortify that one. Antelope. Equipment fortification. Throw in antelope and these. If you want to unlock more slots there, yes. The total amount of points listed there was just way too many for one class. So it clicked when I saw that I've got 60 unlocked already. Great question, because I haven't seen any skills that specifically say that they give hate. So I don't know if that exists on some of the classes that I haven't done, or if I just need to read more closely, but generally there's... The way that the game worked in the previous is that you've got some skills that will generate aggro, and I believe they call it hate on some skills. That might be old translations though. So the more damage you do, the more aggro you take. Healing also generates some aggro, and then some bosses have skills that ignore the current aggro and target a random character. So if you're looking at the boss, you'll see that there's like a name of somebody underneath it, like that shows who they're currently targeting. Oh, I'm out of gold again. Hold on a second, I'll show you. Walk over here. See how this guy has the little life bar of midday underneath his nameplate here? That means that's who he's targeting. That's who his aggro is currently on. And if this changes to somebody else when they use a specific skill, it's probably a skill that just has a random target, not the aggro target. But generally, whoever's doing the most damage is the one that gets that. Okay, maybe you're right and I should have taken that 10G, but I would have not been able to sleep tonight if I did that. I would have been like, my god, I scammed one of my people. Hello Coder. Unfortunately, you can't farm tier right now. And unless you're playing a lightning class, I wouldn't recommend going after him, even though he is absolutely my favorite Eidolon. I'm just obsessed and making poor choices. But if you really, really want him to, or you're playing a lightning class and you think he'll be a good fit, he's only available in the cash shop or the LP store. So you can get him here for 9,900 LP. Or in the cash shop for probably about $1. Yeah, he's only about $1. But I'm not paying any money, so like I'm not gonna be doing any caching. I'm gonna be free to play here, so I got him right here. Yay, dear. Hey, Lightning Star Color! Best Dark Eidolon. Right now, Doug, I would actually highly recommend just sticking with Alucard, because not only is he free, he is cool, and he has Dark Stars for you to work on. Unfortunately, he's not farmable in-game either right now, so maybe I should check to see if there's any that are farmable in-game. She's not a Dark Eidolon anymore in the sense of doing damage. I wish you could filter this by element. Oh yeah, I could change his costume too now that I think about it. Change form. Yeah, sure, that's a school uniform. Oh, that's right, Endora. Does she have dark stars? Preview, Eidolon, Endora. She totally does have dark stars. You could use her for a dark Eidolon. It's just that I think for her, the only way to farm her in-game is gonna be... Oh gosh, again, there's no button. I'm a big fan of Hodor as well. He's got the giant crow guy, right? Raven, I suppose it is. You know, I wasn't actually able to beat the Endora Gossip. I know that hers relies a little bit more on your personal stats, so being only level 60, I don't have... Like, it was actually quite challenging and I wasn't able to beat it properly. But if I remember correctly, this one is a little bit less stat dependent. Right, I have a couple armor pieces to sell. Actually, I don't have anything to sell, do I? Hey, why does it say I've already got one of these? Oh, that's right, because I bought two and I put the one that I didn't like in here. Stick that one in here. We do have gossips, but like I said, I did the Endora one yesterday, and that one, like I said, that one's a little bit more reliant on your personal stats than the others. It was very suffering. Wait, what do you mean this can't be sold? What do you want me to do with it then? Can I disassemble it? Yeah, but that's about it. Well, for the lightning star collar, it was lightning star collar, right? Yeah, basically what you want to do is you're looking at your little wing emblem and you want to make sure that your best skill goes out when you've got the 2 active blue wings, because that every time, like every third skill is going to be massively buffed. So rather than using a 4 skill rotation, you might want to be a little bit more conscious of putting your biggest damage skill on the double wing. So whether that's using 2 of your base attacks that have debuffs. I haven't had a chance to actually look at the debuffs for a star collar yet, but like using the 2 skills that have debuffs from the lightning side, and then Nebula, and then going back and using the other one. Or if you want to check over your lightning skills and just between Nebulas and the other ones, like while they're on cooldown, making sure that whatever skill is the strongest is the one that you're throwing out on the double blue wing. That's how you're going to be able to maximize your damage with only the 4 lightning skills. But yeah, basically you want to ignore the holy skills if you're playing strictly lightning, because if you start mixing those in, you're not going to get the double blue wing. That probably make a lot more sense if you could see like on screen what I'm talking about. Hold on, I could actually just quickly switch over. Okay, so you already figured that part out. If you perfectly balance the left and the right hand side, you unlock that extra skill. I believe it was called like the ultimate dragon technique. It's not even listed here, is it? No, it's not. You get access to an extra skill if you perfectly balance the left and the right hand side in the other version of the game. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't played that class at all yet, but I don't think that skill is worth trying to balance left and right. I think your best bet is to stick with full lightning or full holy. Right, I was still trying to figure out how to get my weapon forwarded to at least +10 before I attempt to bring anybody into hell with me. I'm gonna run a couple more solo dungeons first, just because I want much. Just over 100k. Realistica? Not great. I'm making a mess of my gear. Z-kun, I played the floating gun with, floating cannon, I think is the real name. I played it ice because, and again, like I said, I don't think this is a good enough justification, but it says that you could also convert your damage into lightning damage, and Tyr is my favorite Eidolon, so I played it as the ice/lightning side, which again, I don't know if that's best. I'm gonna have to actually properly test some stuff out off stream before I start giving like recommendations on how other people should be playing. Right now I'm still in the I'm goofing around and doing things just for fun sort of stage. Alright, a couple more solos so I can fortify up this to at least +10, and then nobody whispered me, so I'll recruit and say this is going to fail, don't join if you don't want to be on a live stream. See what happens. Equipment instance, I guess we're going Candio because I finished these ones, yeah. Right, but in terms of like actually recommending the floating gun, I really did like the way that it's got like conversion of your skills into another element. But with the way the dungeons are set up, it's kind of long. Like it takes a really long time for the skill cooldown. So if you use it on the first boss in a dungeon like this where there's mobs on the way, you might get it back by the time you're at the last boss. But in the dungeons where you've only got the bosses, you don't have any mobs on the way, honestly. Wait, what? Matchmaking gives extra stuff? Matchmaking gives extra stuff? Oh, hey, this looks different from the last time I looked at it. Or maybe I just didn't look at it. Well, how about we try using that then? Oh, queue size 0 persons. You're right! By using matchmaking, it says you get extra stuff. But what's in the box? Oh, I should not have said that. I can't preview the contents of the box. Alright, well we gotta figure out what that is about. Wow, yesterday I didn't get any of these dungeon extra chest spawns, and now I'm getting them like basically on everyone. Everyone knows posting recruit are vets that used to be OT. I mean, it doesn't properly introduce you to the recruitment system. I believe I had somebody the other day that didn't know that you can actually apply to the parties because they whispered me asking whether or not it would be okay if they joined, and I said, yeah, sure, just apply. But then they didn't, or like they didn't apply, and like about 20 seconds later somebody else did, and I'm like, oh no, because they never actually introduce you to this interface at all, do they? So if you're not familiar, clicking on the person's name will open up a whisper with them, which is why it probably looks like nothing happens when you click on it. But hold on, it's taking out the boss. Clicking on the dungeon will open up this window and you can apply to join the party, and then it'll send a notification to the player that leads the party so you can join it. Hello, Creeples? Creeples? Creeples. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name. Oh boy, I swear like a solid half of the people that join I screw up on trying to say names. Alright, we're gonna do this. Instance matchmaking? Kyrie! Alright. Instance matchmaking. Ozyman Temple. Join matchmaking. We're gonna fail. But if you'd like to try to fail with me, please try to join the Ozyman Temple matchmaking queue. One person. We can fail together. I thought your name looked slightly German-inspired, Unlit, so I was trying to go for that, but let me know if that was horribly mistaken. I wasn't pronouncing the C, so... It worked, I think! Did we get in? Everybody has to confirm. It worked! Alright, you guys, I didn't have enough G to buy a class buff. Wait a minute. Cacticara Forest? Okay, it just put us in a party. It didn't actually put us in the dungeon? Wait a minute. No, why am I the only one that's not in the dungeon? What? What is this? I'm gonna run to the entrance manually? and see if I can get inside. 3592, 3592. Like, hopefully this puts me in the same instance. No, I'm in the wrong channel! Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 8. Oh, I have zero clue what's going on here, but that did not work. Alright, I guess I have one shot. I'll go to Channel 1, because I think that's where most people are. So, matchmaking is a little bit borked. Hello, Bond! Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 1. Yes, so everybody's on Channel 1 here. Why are you telling me this again? YCTY. I've only got one shot. Okay, I got into the instance. I switched to Channel 1, and I got in. First off, Siri, yes, using a physical weapon does now impact your physical skills. It does not in the OG game. Oh. And, Bon, yes, I made a guild, but it is not open for recruit, because I don't want to have people to have to worry about, like, being on camera. Oh, you know what? What are you doing? Oh, you hit level 60, congratulations! Oh, now we're out of combat. Oh boy! Now you have to open the boxes. Now, this is gonna be, challenging, but, ladies and gentlemen, I did swear that we were probably not gonna beat this. Kyrie might be our carry. Based on the HP, Kyrie might be our carry. Oh shoot, I don't have my Eidolon taunt anymore. Hold on a second here. Eidolon taunt. Tyr, you wanna take some aggro? Oh, he's not even active. Oh, was Kyrie not even in the same instance as us? Oh no! We're doing great, guys. We're doing 100% great. No, we can't. Kyrie, unfortunately, we can't use that because, we're already inside the instance, right? You'll have to run to the dungeon entrance manually. Oh, well, yeah, that didn't exactly work when I can't tank anything. HP. Oh, Wait till everybody gets here. Alright, there's 5 of us now. Ugh. Just as a reminder, I did say it was very unlikely we were going to be able to beat this. So, don't block me just for failing. And I do... Oh no, I think we lost him. Alright, soldiers. Let's go. I don't believe in me. Alright, Tyr, you're gonna go in. Oh. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. So. Yeah, Leroy Jenkins is right. I'm thinking we queue for a 45 party, because that would be much easier, and I just want to know what's in the box. Yeah, he leaps at you, so it's basically like somebody dies every time. It doesn't actually show. So the bonus that you get from equipping a weapon of the same element as the skill is a hidden bonus. It doesn't show on your elemental skill damage, it doesn't show anywhere. It doesn't show in the numbers either. Unfortunately, you're just gonna have to take my word for it that that's a thing. Oh, I guess we could totally just kill some more mobs. Like, screw Helicar, let's just kill some more mobs. Somebody already did that. Somebody smarter than me realized that they should do that, and already did. Is this me, or does that not look like the right way to hold a sword of this size? Inventory full. Alright, guys, I'd say... that's probably a fair time to say, screw Helicar. I don't even think we got to see the 60-second recovery. But I'm gonna go ahead and try queuing. Maybe we want to go even lower, just to be like 100% certain we can find out what's in the box. Because I want to know what's in the box. J for Dungeon Recruit. Main plot instance. Oh, it starts at Deep's Cavern. Oh, level appropriate areas. Okay. So we're gonna come down here for minor step. Those kill targets seem like trivial. Oh, somebody else already queued for Deep's Cavern. You know what? Someone queued for Deep's Cavern. We're gonna join matchmaking for Deep's Cavern. Let's go! Let's just waste our Deep's Cavern entries as well. Maybe I should switch back to Stellar Sphere, so that I'm at least a little bit better built. We got 3 people? 2 more people? Well, I mean, the instance is not going anywhere. I don't think that without us, like, actively attempting to get people to do it. Oh, someone didn't... Team confirmation failed. Join matchmaking. I thought the reset was just confirming the size of the queue, but maybe it's canceling it, so I'm gonna stop doing that. No, it's just not happy. For a second I thought it said negative 97 seconds. It went with only the two of us! I don't think we could do it with just the two of us! Oh no! I guess, whisper me if you want to join. Matchmaking is not working as intended. Matchmaking is a mess. Absolutely, Grindark, just whisper me and I'll add you to the party. Just make sure that you get into the right channel. Well, we should all be in channel 1 now. I don't know, because it gave me the 10% move speed buff. Oi, there's only 8 channels. It's just like the old days. Oh, we have another person to invite here and another person to invite here. We got a full party, but I think only Skarpetka and I are going to be able to get the bonus for the matchmaking. So just make sure you guys are on channel 1. No, Plinko. It's called Alucard because Alucard is cool. Yep, they got me. The birds got me. But we're not getting one shot. Oh, Stella, I'm sorry. Stella's getting a little bit antsy because I'm getting a little bit antsy. This is Deep's Cavern. You're gonna go to Triatio Desert. Or if you check the second tab of the dungeon, or the second tab of the teleporter, you can go straight to Deep's Cavern's entrance. Oh, you can. I am not 100% certain on what is the best thing to spend LP on right now, and I'm a little bit distracted at the moment, so I can't exactly open the shop. But if you have an Eidolon that you specifically want, it's probably not a terrible use of LP. If you have a costume that you really want, I mean, that's not a terrible use. I think that the pet reshuffles look to be really worth it, especially if you get lucky. Okay, guys. We're in the money. We can do this. Four-star tier flex on midday. Honestly, if somebody was able to get a 4-star tier, like, from the LP store, and just come over and flex on me, I might just, like, go cry in a corner. Not really. Unfortunately, as a free-to-play player, sometimes we just have to accept that some people are going to be able to get tier 4-star before we do. Especially since I am highly likely going to be buying that super cool dude costume that I wanted on the other server with my LP next. I can't help it, it's really cool, and I want it. Whoop! Blinko just doesn't have any taste. 3-star Astria already, eh? Haha, I still got drops. That's because I got the first hit. Yeah, you probably could focus on like gear improvements to start, like something like the pet. Um, Actually, someone was saying that secret stones. Someone was telling me that secret stones actually can have stats on them. I noticed that when you buy them, they don't get random shuffled stats, but somebody said that you can still roll stats on secret stones. Do-do-do. Yoshito, hello. My number one recommendation for beginners right now is gonna be don't get caught up in any individual decision. Just jump in. None of the decisions that you make in this game are irreversible in this version. Alright, and behind him. Soulstorm, and then Nash 5. I'm trying to put together a picture in my mind of what I would tell somebody asking whether they should play the OG game or this one. And I think what I want to see is the end game first. Like, I know I'm in the end game, but I'm trying out every class and then seeing what there is left to do once you've got your gear done. My gear is not done. I've got to fix my bottom set, and I'd prefer to have a crafted top set. Wait, I was the party leader, so when I left the dungeon, it kicked me out. Oh, it's LP! That's a lot of LP! Okay, guys, do recommendation. Do all your dungeons in queues. I bet you it's a higher amount. I bet you get higher amounts in the other ones. Maybe. That's a lot of LP! Oh my gosh, I'm doing that. We're doing that again. Deep's Cavern! Oh, somebody queued for Candy Core. You know, you queued for Candy Core. Let's queue for Candy Core. This is how you're gonna farm LP. Alright, this is good to know. I am so glad you guys were here to do this with me today, because I was wondering where the heck you're supposed to farm LP. This is where. By not being picky about your dungeon partners. So, what I'd like to do is I would like to now get my gear. I actually haven't done this one in party mode. And I think it's just going to be me and one other player now. Oh, I guess that other person didn't end up accepting? How do you open the recommendation? Sorry, I'm not 100% certain what you mean by the recommendation, Oryuken. I think I kind of got a bit distracted in that last dungeon, but I'm not 100% certain what I would recommend to a new player at this stage. Oh yeah, we got a party. Is everybody gonna make it inside? We all made it inside! Yo! Alright, so by using the matchmaker, not only do we get a move speed increase, we get an experience increase, which is moot, because we're all cap level. Oh yeah, I see that they got rid of the question marks. Oh no! When you hit escape, there is actually back to login and select character, so you might have accidentally hit the wrong one. I'm gonna throw out a combo skill. Rem says hi mom, so I'll pull that out here. Hello V Bosun. Unfortunately, there's no fully auto system. Although I have noticed that when you're advancing the main quest, your character will automatically fight mobs with auto attacks. When you autopath, there is no way for you to like automatically run dungeons. This is more of a hands-on kind of game. Hello, Moonlord. Is there no, skins? Oh, of course it would do that. Speaking of which, are we getting, like... Yeah, we totally are getting friend, dragon points and bonuses and whatnot. Oh, shoot. This isn't where the boss is it? We all went the wrong way. In solo mode, the boss isn't over there. I'm sorry, guys. Or sorry, in party mode, it's not at the same spot as in solo mode. Rem's busy over here, like, where'd you guys go? Why'd you leave me? Oh, and Kyrie also didn't get distracted. Or sorry, no, that was Lyfra. Should I add everybody as friends? Yes, I should add everybody as friends. Throw out another tier combo skill because it looks cool. Just the important things, right? Guys, you gotta watch out for those spinning ice blades. Yeah, those ice blades, they will take you down, so don't walk in them. Oh, nice, right, some of the bosses will drop LP as well. Actually, I kind of thought it was guaranteed that at least one of them would drop, but now that I'm looking at my inventory, I didn't get any on the last fight either. Am I out of potions? Kind of feels like that's not getting used. Hello Realistica, I did get it out of the LP store. And it might not be a great idea to purchase an Eidolon that's not ideal for your class, but I'm a really big tier fan, so I did anyway. Oh, I see, it's 50 LP or the Unsmith box, I gotcha. Whoops. That's not good. What? Alright, I'm just gonna stand back a little bit and hit you with the... I think people don't know that the matchmaking queue gives LP because you can't preview what's in the box. And actually, yesterday, the matchmaking thing just straight up was not working. So... And it's gonna kick me out of the party as soon as I leave again? Oh, Sai, thank you so much! I'm glad you get that. I'm actually really happy that the oddities videos work for the new ones. Okay, so it says, congratulations on successfully killing the designated target in the instance matching. Attached are extra reward items. And there's nothing there. But it says there should be. Like when I mouse over it, it says there should be an item there. But this one does have the item. So it looks like you're supposed to get 2? It's 150 LP, so that was kind of the worst roll. Maybe we can invite to party and then queue? Alright, well, I'm gonna invite you to the party. And I'm gonna queue for, yeah, let's queue for a minor step. Does that work if we're in a party already? What did the notification say? Not enough people in queue. Party size 4. Still enter instance? I'm gonna cancel. And hit cancel again. Does anybody else want to whisper me and we can try entering the queue just with a full party to see if we can just nab, like, the queuing bonus without doing the queuing? Oh, I'm out of coffee. My coffee cup is empty now. Kyrie! Anybody else? I feel like if we get once we get into the lower level dungeons, we might be able to beat it with less people, but level 48 can enter Miner's Step, right? Miner's Step is what level is Miner's Step? 40 or 45, right? Haruna should be able to do it, yes. Alright, I'm gonna queue for Miner's Step. Why does it... Oh, wait, no, cancel. That was the wrong one. It's actually not letting me queue the right dungeon. Sure, what the heck? We've got a full party here, but it's team size exceeds the... Oh, I see that there's one person in the queue, so... Oh, okay. Unfortunately, we can't have a full team and go into queue. Because the point of the queue is that you have to have somebody that you didn't invite. So, I think, Lafira, I'm gonna kick you out of the party. Please queue for Miner's Step. Enter. Oh no, there's other people in Miner's Step now. Let's see what happens. And I also want to see how much different the box is for here, because this is already a level 30 box. Oh. Where'd my water go? Did the queue not work? It says there's 4 people in the queue. Oh, 5 people in the queue? But we're not in it. I am enjoying Katana. I'm a sucker for this really fancy combination of these two green skills. I know only one of them is actually Storm, but I think it looks really, really cool. That happens. Unlit. Unfortunately. Other times, you'll find that, like when you're in a different channel, every single person will have the same pink hair, and I think it's just a default setting. Oh, we lost Lafira, but we got Haruna and Scarpetta. Oh, unfortunately, that's kind of what the point of the queuing is. So if we can bring queuing to life, I think that would be for the best. But yeah, let's bring queuing to life. That way, everybody can start farming LP. Sometimes, honestly, I've noticed that sometimes you're like your portrait starts like shuffling upwards. Oh, Vane, and I'm really enjoying playing the Katana class. It's flashy, it's fun, it moves around the battlefield a lot. What I don't like is that this seems to be just as effective as actually properly trying to fight. This is not what I find to be fun, but it seems to work. Well, Mako-chan, I might be a little bit biased because I've been playing the OG version of this one for about 10 years. But I have to let you know that this version of the game, this new one that just released, does not have Crusader as a class. It's only got 6 classes. And shockingly, we've got a lot of them represented here. Wait, do we have all of them represented here? We got Stellar Sphere. We got the Starcaller. We got Tachi. We got the Floating Cannon, and we got Sub-Whizzes. I think we got the whole suite of classes here. Oh, wait, when I'm trying to explain things, I'm not doing a very good job of fighting, so I guess I'll just have to do this. So if you'd like to play the Crusader class, the Giant Holy Sword, you're gonna have to play on the OG server. Alright, so that's gonna be the mail saying that... Oh, it worked this time, though! Wait, is it just really slowly sending out the kill target things from the previous one? Because that was, Yeah, no, they started out with only 6 classes on this one. So, as compared to the 20 on the old server, at the very least, it's not choice paralysis. So, the only class that you wouldn't know about if you've played on the old server is the floating cannon that 2 of these people are playing here, and that one is brand new to this server. So if you played on the OG one and you want to try something different, I would recommend that one, just because it's new and fancy. Alright, then we'll use Q and mash 5, because apparently that's what I do now. You can barely make out what's happening. So we got the increased move speed one, but I didn't get a letter for... Oh. 100, 100, 150. Yes, level 60 is the cap on this version. You got 2 levels from this alone. It actually kept our original party minus the 4th person. And you know, that one gave me a level 50 box, but it didn't give me a box when I finished, so it's a bit broken. But guys, we've found the LP farm. And I'm keeping these letters. Yeah, for sure. Give it a shot. I mean, my recommendation is if you're going into a new game, even if you do occasionally spend money, just don't spend any money. Give it a try. See how you like it. And then that way you can just like walk away if it ends up not being your vibe. But I will admit that it's gonna throw a bunch of windows in your face like, hey, you should buy stuff. Just ignore all that. Ignore all of that. Yeah, I did not get the level 30 pack that I was supposed to there. Oh boy. I've said it a couple times, but I'll just say it again. I'm not spending any money on Aura Kingdom. Oh dear, Rem's weapon's gonna break. Get her fixed up. Did we entice people into trying the instance runs? Did we get anybody else queuing? Oh, we got people queuing! We got people queuing! And just remember that you can change your class. I'm sorry guys, I'm just gonna quickly run over and grab the Kaktakara Forest dungeon quest. That way I can get a couple guild points. Alright. G'day, Glenn. Oh, Rem's the leader now. Rem, you're in charge. I think what it did was it kicked us all out of the matchmaking party and then put us back into our previous party, but it was in the order of who left the dungeon, because I left the dungeon last. I think Rem was out first. G'day, Kill 2 fairy and defensive turrets is our bonus request. This is really interesting. Excused. Ah, I fell behind because I was whispering someone. Hello, Nico! You know, I kind of like this system. Those people that are busy demanding 130 gear score probably still won't want to use queuing for the, They probably won't want to use queuing because they're not going to be positive that they can clear the dungeon, but the rewards for using it are 100% worth it. Ooh, 50 more LP. Guys, I am so getting that dude costume now that I know how to farm LP. Yeah, Kevin, I was just saying that if anybody's thinking they might want to try it, just don't put any money into it. I'm free to play as well. It's not worth putting money into. Like, I don't have the opinion that you should never spend any money on games, but my opinion is that at the very least, it should feel more fun. Like, if you're going to spend a little bit of money, I don't want them locking off certain bits of, oh, my inventory. Someone's inventory is full and it's not mine, but it's going to be. Like, for example, I spend a really little bit of money on the Welkin for Genshin every month, and by doing that, I've got access to more characters, which massively increases the amount of fun that actually playing the game is. Whereas I feel like in Aura Kingdom, if you're going to spend a bit of money on getting some Eidolons, it doesn't change the way that you play in a meaningful way that actually makes it more fun. So just... I mean, plus I'm between jobs right now, so... with regards to the people having difficulties clearing the level 55 dungeons, I think it might be that some people are kind of relying on the advanced aura gear that doesn't give you any DPS, it doesn't give you any DPS buffs. But because their stats look nice, they're like, well, I don't know why I'm not doing very much damage. Plus, the fact that we've got basically every class in our party here, I think that helps quite a bit. I got a new title. Is that mine? Nope. Oh, but some of that's gonna be mine. Yeah, those are not mine. Yeah, it's called a Stellar Sphere in our server. It's quite fun. I actually think that Stellar Sphere has the biggest AoE going on. So I felt that it was really comfortable to play, but now I'm really enjoying Tachi again. Yeah, I think it is the first to leave the party. What makes me play it? I actually really like the feel of the combat. So the OG game I've been playing for about 10 years. I started when open beta started, and I took a little bit of a break in the middle when I was saving up to, like, I was working a lot of overtime to save up to buy a place, but since then I've been basically playing because I just find the combat enjoyable and inherently fun to do. That might sound a bit weird, but that's just it's just my vibe. And I've been sticking with it. Maybe, but I like the aesthetic of this one. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, there's just something about how you get to jump around and hit the auto attacks and whatnot. I honestly really like, on my days off, just leaning back and just grinding out dungeons. I think the thing that I'm worried about for this one is the fact that you actually can't just lean back and run dungeons because you're much more limited in the number that you can run. But I'm giving it a fair shake. I don't really need those. Oh shoot, I just equipped that. And I don't really need that. We're gonna want to open that. I need that. Yeah, so I think my main thing is that I'm pretty confident that there's a lot of people using the advanced aura set in late game, and those people are not getting the bonuses that they need for like combat. Now, I did not get my pack in the mail. Is there a limit to the number that you can do, or is it the fact that we've been bringing too many people in and we're not getting it from the queue because we brought too many people? Or is it because I didn't manage to defeat the targets because I was getting distracted by talking? Yeah, the kiting is a lot of fun. I find that. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm enjoying it. For us last two people here, Kyrie and Haruna, I do want to run Alabastern Temple. Whoop. A little bit of lag there. I do want to run Alabastern Temple, so let's queue up for Alabastern Temple, and then I shall release you. I did not say that, Camster. Yeah, let's go! Alabastron, join matchmaking. Kill Shrine Guardian ×2 and Heavy Security Bot ×2. You know what? You might be right there, Rain. You might be right about that. Because we did get it on Minor Step. Or did we? I'm gonna have to check the VOD to see whether or not we got it on Minor Step. Oh geez, we're hitting the 3-hour mark again, which was about what my for the most part, Mako-chan, you're gonna find that the main quest will get you up, but if you, at some points, you might run out of experience and it'll tell you to level up before it'll do the next area. In that case, you're just gonna open up your instance map here and you're gonna start with your dimensional halls because these give you a ton of experience. And after that, your equipment instances solo modes are gonna get you a bunch. I feel like it kicked us out of the matchmaking. And you can also do the fame quest, which I'm gonna need to do for my, my guild. Yeah, but you are gonna get to level 60 fairly fast. I would say less than 10 hours. Yeah, it doesn't seem like moving is disrupting the matchmaking. Team confirmation failed. I feel like I might have clicked cancel there by mistake. In that case, you might be able to make it to level 60 in one sitting. I did end up, I mean, I've done live streams where I started at level 1 and finished at Awakening 2, so I know the grind. Excuse to have midday hold people hostage. Hello G5. Unfortunately, in order to use the auction house, you're gonna have to get to level 60. There's also a paid item you can buy for, I think it was a dollar or two, but getting to level 60 on one character will give you an item that then you can then use to unlock it on all characters. Okay, gotta hit some of these heavy security bots. Because those were the targets, right? Shrine Guardian and heavy security bots. So I definitely got 2 heavy security bots. I need to watch out for the Shrine Guardians now. We're gonna absolutely nuke this guy, though. Our party is definitely not gonna struggle here. Alright, Shrine security guard, was it? These are just bandits. Shrine Guardian. Yeah, gotta be careful not to nuke those ones so everybody else can get a hit too, but tap on that guy and let everybody else get some hits on them. Okay, okay. I got a level 30 box for doing that, but it doesn't appear that I get it for the for clearing the instance. Is it actually just for the Yeah, you only get it for clearing your target, not the bosses. So you gotta watch out and make sure you hit the target enemies. Got it. Okay, we're understanding, we're learning. Woohoo! And that got me 350 LP. So we have found the LP grind. We know where it is. I no longer have to hold you guys hostage. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for helping me test this. We found the LP grind! And the answer is you can't be picky about your party members. Mako-chan, I want to say it is better, but I'm not sure. There's more items, but things seem to cost a bit more. That's why I was really worried trying to find how to get more LP. So we check out the store here. For example, this is the XP shop. Costumes, costumes, costumes. Right now, all of the same costumes are available. It's just that, yeah, that was 99 AK points, which is about $1 US. Whereas the LP store, this is about 5,000. And yeah, I've been doing the Dragon Point grind as well myself. It doesn't look like this is limited to once a month either. Like when I mouse over here, where is it? It says 0 times 50,000 cumulative Dragon Points reward completed this month. So I don't think offhand that it's limited to 2, but that's going to be another thing to test. Because on the other server, we were getting RC out of here, so it was limited to only 2. This one definitely looks a little bit easier. Daniel, the way that you're able to get LP is by coming over here to the instance matchmaking and joining these queues. Then what you want to do is you want to focus on these instance kill targets because you have to touch 2 of each of these. So 2 Twilight Berries and 2 defensive turrets. You have to make sure that you at least damage them. And then you're going to get this box which drops 3 LP coupons ranging from 50 to 600. At least that was the one that I checked first when we did Deep's Cavern. So you want to be able to run these dungeons through this matchmaking queue. You get extra stuff for it if you fulfill this target. What you do is you just hit join matchmaking. You can have a party of up to 4 people preset, but you cannot bring in a full party queue. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the case, and honestly, it is going to be worse once we're a little bit later into the game, and all of the day 1 players have lost their 100% move speed buff, and other players have it, so you're going to have some people in the dungeon that are turtles, and 1 person that's like a zoom. So, be kind to your party mates, make sure that you aren't nuking all of the mobs that they need. But we found it. Now I have to go tell the Discord so everybody starts queuing. Oh, that's exciting. Anyway, that is about 3 hours, so, Dragon, Great Jedi, it appears that it is spammable, and it tells you how many runs you personally have left here. One of the issues I was having when I was trying to recruit people in the party search here was that I would I'd recruit for 2 runs, and then somebody would only have 1, so you'd leave and then you'd go back in, or like everybody has to leave and then you have to try and teleport back in, but then it'd be like, oh no, 1 person doesn't have enough runs and you don't know who it is, so you're staring at them like, can somebody leave? And nobody leaves, and it's really awkward. So this will actually disband your party right after you finish it. The only reason we were back into a party afterwards is because we personally set up a party beforehand. So 4 people. You can then recruit 1 more. Make sure you touch the two of each of the kill targets. And once you do that, you'll get one of these in the mail. As for Dragon Points, the place that I've been grinding it has unfortunately just hit a wall for me. I might need to level up a bit so that I can get the... I might need to get to level 20 or level up my Eidolons a bit. But this is how I've been grinding Dragon Points, is the first time you beat any of these, whatchamacallums, these entries here, you're going to get a big Dragon Point thing. And the last one is 2,000 for each of them. So that's a really massive way to farm Dragon Points right now. But I get that that's not long term because that's a one-time thing. And if you're curious, to get this item, you just have to run the same instance 5 times. And to get this item, you have to run the same instance 15 times. It's right there at the very, very bottom of the window how many times you need to run this instance to get that item. Yes. Right, doing the main quest will also give you some Dragon Points. But, I mean, it's not like you're going to delete your character and rerun the whole main quest for Dragon Points. What a title. It's not even bold. Anyway, I do think we're going to call it there for today. I'm going to continue to give my Tachi the intense workout that it needs before I decide on my next class for tomorrow, which I probably should have done a poll for, but I will put a poll on my community page. Please go check it out later. We have 3 classes left, but technically only 2 days before I go back to work. So somebody's going to get left out. I wonder if that's going to end up being Wizard. I'll throw up a poll with the last 3 classes, and you guys can tell me what you think I should try for tomorrow. And we'll just make it the choice of the crowd, because I really don't have any preference, besides the fact that I really loved Tachi so far today. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. The way that it just kind of leaps around the battlefield is just really fun. Wizard. I'll put up the poll, go ahead and check it out, and for today, sorry Link, there is a way to get armor recipes outside of the dungeon, and that is to buy it off other players. Right now, the level 60 armors, I'm assuming you're speaking about the level 60 armors, the level 60 armors are not listed in the, in the Dragon Point exchange, so you can get anything below level 60, and the level 60, trophies, but you can't get the level 60 armor. You're going to need to drop those in the dungeon or buy them off other players. But yes, we are going to head for the time being. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Honestly, it's probably going to be 11 o'clock Pacific time again, because that seems to work pretty well for me. But yeah. Bye! As usual, I am miserable at ending a stream, but I just wanted to say thank you again to the 2 people that gave those super chats earlier. I really appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Where's my buttons?